There's a beautiful shot of Miami Beach. Always popping. They talk about New York City being the city that never sleeps.
Paris, the city of light. Look at this.
I take the different. Being in Miami, and I think we know how to party. Our parties start at 3 o'clock in the morning, but that's just me. But listen, right now the party's going to be inside La Jaula. This is Combate Global as we get ready for our first bout of the evening here on Paramount Plus. And you can catch all of the action that you've missed on demand right here on Paramount Plus. We're kicking off the night with Carlos Puente Jr. representing the United States and Roger Blanque from Spain. The last time we saw Roger, he had an injury, so he's itching to get back inside La Jaula. Forget about what happened earlier on, and now let's see what he's all about. But let's take a look at the main card. Alfrego Ruelas from Mexico taking on Simone Serra representing Italy and Spain. The ladies is the co-main event. Alitzel Mariscal of Mexico, and then Shannon Goughary of the United States making her debut here for Combate Global. And then the main event, this is the big one, folks. Angel Alvarez making his fourth appearance inside La Jaula, or his third appearance inside La Jaula. He's the number 5 ranked lightweight, taking on the number 1 Enrique's baby bull Gonzalez. Came off an injury, first fight of 2022, and also coming off the USA versus Mexico tournament back in November, where he defeated some game opponents, including UFC veteran Jim Allers, Samuel Alvarez, and of course the number 2 ranked lightweight fighter. That is none other than Christian Perez, who we will be seeing in action very, very soon inside La Jaula. So we're ready. Campbell McLaren here at Jefe joining us. Alex Dono, a man who's very well known in the world of combat sports. We're ready to kick off the action inside La Jaula with Carlos Puente Jr. taking on from Spain, Roger Blanque, as we go to La Voz, el hombre de la voz, Lupe Contreras, inside La Jaula.
Entrando a la jaula, Carlos Puente Jr.
There you have it, Carlos Puente Jr. returning back inside La Jaula. This man, a little losing streak, but he wants to pick up the pace, Alex.
Well, that's motivation right there. He wants to get off that schneid, wants to get back to his winning ways. And he's talked about it throughout the week. He seems to be intense in his focus, Rodolfo.
Absolutely. He returns back. He says he's been working on some of his gaps to perfect it. And Campbell, I mean, right now, this guy's just hungry for that victory.
You know, I like to think all our fighters are hungry for victory, Rodolfo. You know, look, let's see what this is about.
And we go now to his opponent, Lupe Contreras.
Su contrario, Roger Blanque.
Roger Blanque from Spain. The last time we saw him, it was an unfortunate result. He was injured, but now he gets another shot at it inside La Jaula. And when you come off an expression just like that, you get injured. It's unfortunate. It happened in sports, Campbell, but this is your shot right now to come back and just redo it all over again.
You know, I don't know. I know we've got a lot of knowledgeable fans watch the show, particularly on with Paramount Plus. You know, injuries are such a part of this game, right? In any professional sports, but it's a little bit different. You hurt your hand, you hurt your foot. Those are your weapons, right? You hurt your, you know, you get a knockout, you get a hurt eye. You're worried you're going to hurt it again. I think it takes tremendous mental discipline, energy, and spirit to come back.
As we get to look at the head-to-head, Puente 33, Blanque 29. The height there, almost nearly close, 3-inch difference. But the reach going to Puente with 72 inch and 125.6 to 125 to Blanque. Lupe Contreras for the official introduction.
Este duelo, 3 vueltas, división peso mosca. This bout, 3 rounds. In the flyweight division, los jueces son Mark Streisand, Byron Sellers y Dorian Mirasola. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando la esquina azul, vestido de rojo con blanco, presenting the blue corner. Wearing red with white, su peso oficial 125 libras. His official weight 125 and 1/2 pounds. En 13 combates, mantiene un récord de 6 victorias y 7 derrotas in 13 pro bouts. He maintains a record of 6 victories against 7 losses. De sangre mexicana, and fighting out of El Centro, California, El Rey, Carlos Puente Jr. Su oponente en la esquina roja, vestido de amarillo. His opponent in the red corner, wearing yellow. Detuvo la báscula, un peso oficial de 125 libras. He tipped the scales at an official 125 pounds. En su octavo combate dentro de la jaula, con 4 victorias y 3 derrotas. He enters la jaula for the 8th time as a pro, with 4 victories against 3 losses. Representando a Barcelona, España, Roger, el irlandés Blanque. El referee, Josh Rutgers.
Here's the third man in La Jaula.
Ready. Judge is ready. Judge is ready.
We get ready for this bout. United States
Bring it
versus
in,
Spain.
All right, you know the rules. We went over them in the locker room. If there's any questions, ask them now. If not, listen to me at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Do everything you can within the rules to win. Best of luck. God bless. Go back. Wait for the bell.
Here we go. Puente,
Ready?
Blanque,
Ready?
going at it one-on-one. Ready for the action to kick off the first bout of the evening here in the prelims of Paramount Plus. Rodolfo Jeromen joined by El Jefe, Campbell McLaren, and Alex Dono. Right to kick off the action, and Alex right here, right now, Roger coming in, forgetting about the injury right from the start, kicking off where he last started.
Which is usually the way that it goes. Once that bell rings, you start to think about the opponent in front of you and nothing else. And so far, Rodolfo, we see some kicks flying from both opponents. This is part of the feel-out process. We'll see when the hands start to fly.
He grew up playing soccer in Mexicali, Baja California. Played soccer in high school in a
Alex, how do
black.
you think the feel-out process is going now?
It's felt.
Yes, it's felt.
Got Blanque pinning Puente right there in La Jaula. And in this position, Alex, you have to see here that Blanque is trying to work that ground game, but Puente's not allowing it.
Puente handled that perfectly with that whizzer, was able to reverse and get back up to his feet. We nearly saw our first test of the ground game, but it's still not completely out of it because his body is getting controlled, but that was good from Puente to avoid that, and now they separate.
Roger from Spain trained with the team, mixed martial arts team, Barcelona team ran by Ramon Boxador. Those are trains with a training unit ran by Juan Luis Zapater, and also the FLA MMA team ran by Victor Nunez, just 7 years old, Campbell. Good aged in the world of mixed martial arts.
Absolutely. Where is that team based? Is that in Tenerife?
Barcelona.
Canary? Barcelona. It's interesting, the Madrid scene has not developed as much as some other cities, Barcelona, Seville.
Last time we saw this man compete was last year in September against Gerardo Daniel. He suffered a knee injury, but you know what, the stake, this is probably potentially the toughest fight. I'll tell you why, gentlemen, and it's because he just got married. He's supposed to be on his honeymoon. This is a must-win for this man.
Something I'm seeing very nice catching the kick there. And this could be trouble for Blanque. Something I've been seeing from Puente is in the stand-up, his reach advantage is already coming into play now, and now he's in a great position.
He's pushing the pace here. Right from the start, Carlos Puente, he needs to get back on the winning column, get his confidence back. If you had a couple of losses there, Campbell, I mean, you have to go back to the drawing board, maybe change your camps, do what you're doing. All of that comes into play.
Or do you stick to the plan and let the plan win out?
And the thing is, when you're on this losing streak, you have to look at yourself. Is this for me, or is it not? Do I continue, or do I not? Or do I emphasize on one specific martial art that's going to just catapult me to where I want to be as a fighter?
Yeah, I don't think you can do that nowadays. I think even 5-6 years ago, that approach worked a little bit. I think it's all about cross-training now. And look at that, we're working on a triangle.
Triangle right there. Roger could protect the armbar, now switch.
Oh, that...
Carlos could be in trouble, gentlemen.
Yeah, he's fighting off 2 submissions at once, but fighting them off very, very well here. He's still not completely out of danger with that triangle, though. I'll tell you, this is a great job by Blanque because he was getting fully controlled up on the ground up until this point. He's just trying to stretch that arm, see if Puente can free himself with the slam. He nearly did.
Throwing in some shots there from the forearm. But
These guys are burning through a lot of energy in the first round.
You got to give it to them, Campbell. The Puente, though, stayed cool, calm, and collective, even though he was in deep waters.
Saw the face of Puente was turning beet red, but you still see Blanque still working for the arm as well. He wants to stretch and pop an arm bar.
He's not giving up. He wants to finish this bout very quickly. About a minute left. And just to remind everyone here that we do have open scoring, which Campbell, I know that's a big topic in the mixed martial arts world, and we're the first to do it.
Yes, we were. We continue to have, I think, the best interest of the fighters in mind. Not everyone agrees with that, but that's what I think that's about.
I don't know who would disagree with that. I think that's such a great thing because if you're a fighter, you want to know where you stand round by round. I think it's of the utmost importance, and I wish it was more widely adopted.
And you have to think, though, do the corners do they tell their fighter to hype them up, or do they keep it a secret? We're less than 30 seconds to go in the first round. And, you know, if I was in their corner, guys, I mean, I would tell my fighter, hey, you're losing. You either shoot or you go home.
This has been, and it's been a pretty even round here. I mean, when it comes to body control, Puente's had most of it, but those Blanque submissions, is now he's trying to rain down those blows here to end the round. I love it.
As we get ready for the second chapter of this bout. Puente versus Blanque. There from Spain, Roger Blanque taking on Carlos Puente Jr. Of course, Alex, looking back at some of the action that took place, Roger seemed to really want a locked-in or submission, but wasn't the case here. Didn't finish it off real quickly.
Yeah, and I think that the message from his corner is going to be getting in better positions. I mean, listen, he threatened for a couple of serious subs off of his back, but he doesn't want to spend the next 2 rounds there. I mean, try and regain more control on the feet because Puente has done such a nice job reversing and scrambling every time Roger's tried to take him down.
Now he's like a gyroscope. His sense of balance is really good.
Let's see if we can get a shot here of the corner to see what the corner is saying, but we'll be right back here. More action.
Let's go!
And here we go, the second round of our opening prelim fight. Blanque versus Puente Jr. You're seeing him right there, sporting the blonde hair. I mean, it must be summer, guys.
Spend some time in the sun. I'm sure that's all natural, that color.
Here we go. Let's see if we in this second round we see something different, or does Blanque go and perhaps continue on with getting on a submission?
Yeah, I think Puente has to feel really good about that first round. He lands a nice shot, but that was a good counter there by Blanque, so he caught him as well. You got to watch out for those hands, but Puente's done a nice job, Rodolfo, establishing that reach advantage, and he's been a very hard man to take down so far.
One thing I've seen, Campbell, from the fighters in Spain is I think he's got some great wrestling and striking. Really just top notch.
It's almost like I feel like it's a classic training program, right? I don't see a lot of stuff that's, this is not a criticism, this is a comment. It doesn't look innovative.
And here we are, the open scoring, folks. Alex, right down the line. Oh, it's a nail biter here.
Wow. Oh, there it is.
Wow. Carlos Puente Jr. victory for this man. This man right now just feels like he's just reached Mount Everest. It's been some time since he's received a W. He defeated Roger Blanque. We were distracted by the open scoring, but boy, oh boy, this man right now is in heaven.
He told you, take that open scoring and shove it. We're going to finish this right now.
Well, that is one way to take it.
Now,
did we see this coming?
Yeah.
I mean, it just looked like this was going to happen. His positioning, his skills.
Wow, great stuff for Carlos Puente Jr. We get the official final result coming up next from Lupe Contreras. We'll be right back. Here we have it, Carlos Puente Jr. back in the winning column. Gets his victory inside La Jaula. As we go to Lupe Contreras for the official result. Oh, getting ready here, Lupe Contreras with those results. Here we go, Lupe Contreras, the official result. Oh. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Carlos Puente Jr. back on the winning column, defeating Roger Blanque as we go to Lupe Contreras for the official result.
El tiempo oficial, 59 segundos del segundo episodio, the official time, 59 seconds of round number 2, your winner, by way of submission, el ganador por sumisión, el Rey, Carlos Puente Jr.
El Rey, the King, improves to 500 record. Alex, this man right now is in heaven.
That was big for him to snap his losing streak and get back on top, and a sweetly worked submission. And you know, we saw him threatening on the ground throughout that first round, and in the second round it pays dividends.
To Roger Blanque, it was his second appearance inside La Jaula. Last time around he suffered an injury. I'm sure he'll go back to the drawing board. Probably see him again inside La Jaula. As we get ready for our next bout, women's bout. Perez versus Koukouvetakis. There we have it, folks. Great action from Puente Jr. El Rey, the King, taking on Roger Blanque to kick off first prelim fight of Combate Global. It's a great summer camp. I know we have some featured guests. Thunder Rosa will be joining us very soon.
She has fought in La Jaula, and now she'll be sitting next to us.
Well, that's Thunder Rosa. We're going to take a look back of what just took place between Blanque and Puente Jr. Right from the start, we see it, Alex. Seemed like Blanque had his hand very ready here to first submission victory, but that changed gears towards the end.
He did. For Puente, I thought his size and reach was a big advantage, and his hips. He was able to control position. You saw that success he had in the first round with some ground and pound and some top control. And these reversals, sweetly done with those transitions. He had to fight his way out of a couple of big-time submission attempts. You see his preferred method there to avoid the triangle was to go for those slams. So I thought it was a really, really sharp performance from Puente. I thought he won the first round. I know that the judges were split on that one with the opening scoring. You saw that Superman punch. Would have been fun if that one landed by Blanque, but it wasn't meant to be. And here's where we see the beginning of the end as he's working on that rear naked choke. Is nothing to do but tap at the end of that point. That was well done there by Puente.
And the experience is there. Of course, Carlos Puente now improving to 7-7. Great stuff, Carlos Puente Jr. Campbell, I mean, he just shows you right now, those losses are in the past. They're in the rearview mirror. Now, I'm in the win column.
This is a very forgiving sport. You can lose and still move ahead in your career, as long as you learn from the losses.
And there you have the stats. He had 29 punches coming out of Puente, 8 out of Blanque, 8 kicks compared to 6. The total strikes there overwhelmingly goes to Puente, and the accuracy. Man, Puente had some great radar action. As we get ready for our next bout coming up next, the ladies. You know they deliver inside La Jaula. Mucho más acción coming up next.
Soy Alitzel de Yanira Mariscal Perez, tengo 23 años y soy de Guadalajara, Jalisco. Para mí representar a mi país en combate es algo que me llena de orgullo, algo muy importante y estoy muy contenta de estar acá en Miami representando a México. Comencé a practicar MMA por una tía, me invitó a una clase de prueba y ya desde ahí me enamoré del deporte y ya no lo dejé. Mi estilo de pelea es arriba, me encanta el striking, me encanta boxear. Mi sumisión favorita es la barra de brazo o el mataleón. Lo que me motiva a seguir en una pelea cuando voy mal es el pensar en toda la gente que está detrás de esto, mis entrenadores, mi equipo, mi familia y toda la gente que me apoya, que estén orgullosos de mí. El mayor consejo que me ha dado un entrenador creo que es el tener disciplina, ya que la disciplina es la base de todo en general, tanto deportivamente como personalmente. Creo que la disciplina es lo más importante para tener éxito. Peleo porque creo que es una sensación única. El pelear es una sensación que no todos tienen la oportunidad de sentir. Es algo muy emocionante, te llena de energía y es algo muy padre.
It's a women's bout. Before we head to the main card, you're going to see there Katie Perez taking on Chrisoula Koukouvetakis, representing Greece.
Well done. Well done.
It's a great competitive bout between these two ladies as we go to La Voz, Lupe Contreras for the official introduction.
Entrando a la jaula, Katie Perez.
Katie Perez has a second-degree black belt in Chinese Kempo and a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The first time we see her inside La Jaula. Alex, there's no doubt here, when you get the lights, the camera inside La Jaula, such a big platform, the nerves are there.
It's a very well-rounded combat sports background she comes in with as well. I'm curious to see how the Chinese Kempo is really going to come into play. Of course, we see a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners, and having that skill and a brown belt in it is going to give her that option of the ground game.
Yeah,
and
what
a submission
Kempo
if
are
she
you
needs
going to
it.
see? This is marketing. We're not going to see any Kempo. It's just not going to happen. Jiu-Jitsu, I get.
A very smart lady in Campbell. We've had so many great talent here that not only are they great fighters, but they're so smart with the books, and we'll get into that just a little later as we go. Introduction of her opponent.
Su oponente, Chrisoula Koukouvetakis.
Koukouvetakis also making her debut inside La Jaula. I saw some of their work, and I must say, Campbell, this lady is on fire representing Greece.
She's an interesting one to watch. I love how Lupe puts a Spanish spin on the Greek.
Tough to do, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this fight. Yeah, let's see how this rolls out.
Alex.
Yes, I don't want to say anymore. I don't want to. I'm interested to see how this goes. I can't predict these fights. If I could predict a fight, I would quit my job and just bet on Combate Global. But the only bet I ever made was on Juliana Peña against Amanda Nunes. I did win that.
That's a good one to make, Campbell.
I did win that.
As we can see here, just a few of the graphics, the head-to-head, Perez and Koukouvetakis. 29 for Katie, 34 for Chrisoula. The height there advantage goes to Chrisoula. The reach 62 to 65.5. The weight 104.6 to 105.6. As we get ready for the official introduction to La Voz, Lupe Contreras.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. 3 vueltas peso átomo. We continue with much more action. 3 rounds in the atom weight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Ricardo Celis, Mark Streisand y Byron Sellers. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, vestida de azul, presenting the blue corner, wearing blue, su peso oficial, 104 libras y media, her official weight, 104.5 pounds. Su récord profesional, 2 victorias y 2 derrotas, her pro record, 2 victories against 2 losses. Fighting out of Greensboro, North Carolina, la máquina asesina, Katie Perez. Su rival en la esquina roja, Vestida de blanco, her opponent in the red corner wearing white. Su peso oficial, 105 libras y media, her official weight, 105 and 1/2 pounds. Entra por quinta ocasión a la jaula, con 3 victorias y solo una derrota. She enters la jaula for the 5th time as a pro, with 3 victories against 1 lone defeat. Representing Crete, Greece, and fighting out of Salt Lake, Utah, Reckless Chrisoula Koukouvetakis. El referee internacional, Raúl Porrata.
To the center. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Obedejas mis órdenes y protege en todos momentos. Touch gloves, toquen guantes, back to your corners.
The international referee, Raúl Porrata, taking on action as we get Perez versus Koukouvetakis.
They love him in Europe. They love Raul.
Ready.
You might probably be
Ready.
trending in Europe.
I'm fused.
Sporting a great stash, by the way, Rocco.
Oh, he's brought the 70s back right on his face.
Right from the start there, Katie in blue and Sula in white. Right from the start, you can expect him to stand up right from the beginning.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to Sula, her bread and butter is Muay Thai. And I am impartial, Rodolfo, but I know my Greek brother-in-law probably has rooting interest in this fight. He would love to see Sula come away with something special, but she's going to have her hands full. She's going to try and navigate this distance with the way she's being calm with the jab. We see Perez throwing some more looping punches, and so far it's been methodical for Sula.
Very calm right from
They
the
look
start.
bigger than 105. Don't they?
But, you know, there's
They're
always
lean. They're
conversations.
very lean.
As you fight them, you know, some fighters, they blow up 10 extra pounds. It all varies on the fighter. But Campbell from Greece, you know, we see so many fighters from different parts of the world. And Greece is that market there that has some great talent, and little by little they're coming in the way here in Combate Global.
Yeah, you know what it is? I can't speak to the talent level in Greece. I haven't been there. I don't believe we're on TV there. But people like our country versus country format. And so people are coming to us and said, I want to rep my country.
Hey, beautiful!
Hey, beautiful. You know, I love our studio because you can hear the corners.
And you're seeing, guys, what both fighters have to do, where Koukouvetakis is really trying to control the distance and pick her shots from the outside, and Perez is trying to make this dirty through that big looping overhand right, and now she's got it clinched up in the body, but Sula is doing a nice job reversing and controlling the body as well. She's very strong.
Sula, she's been an athlete all her life, but she also had a passion for dance, which that also plays a role, especially in mixed martial arts. You gotta have good footwork.
Especially in striking.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the Asian arts of dance mixed in. And look at the Brazilian capoeira.
Capoeira, absolutely. Which, I mean, people think it's just a dance, but man, if you land one of those kicks at someone, it'll be good night
There we go.
No,
Keep working that
it's a
right knee
ridiculous
across
fight.
for me. That's
You
it,
see there
ready?
that referee cam.
That's it. Keep working
Action
it.
is that
Keep
point of
working it.
view.
Knees, right knee,
Katie
outside
pinning
circle for me.
Sula onto la jaula,
Outside
landing
circle.
in some
Circle that right outside
forearm
knee.
action, maybe perhaps the knee here.
Real
Alex,
here. There we go.
a lot of clinch work to say the least in this round.
Sula's holding her own in the clinch. Katie, you can tell she is trying to make this fight, and the knees there are a nice touch on that as well, and they're both throwing knees. I mean, Katie is really trying to work this fight into the corner and slowly to the ground. We'll see if she has success here, but she's definitely turning some of the momentum, and her corner is calling for more of those knees. She's being very active, and I love it.
Good comments, Alex. That's right. You know, I know Raul, and if he doesn't think they're working in a clinch situation, he just breaks them up. So the fact that he knows this is part of their plan, and they're being pretty active here. They're in close and throwing knees.
That's it. And again, you can go
You
knee
see
roll
there,
back
at
to
one
that
point
if you
Sula
want.
wanted to take this action right to the center of
That's
la
it.
jaula
Big
to
knees now. Big
strike.
knees.
But that's not the case here. It's more
Big
clinch
knees
work is
for
going on, and you're right, Campbell. We've seen it here
Look
several
to the back
times.
here.
All referees, there's no action. Let's go. Let's pick them up and let's deliver that MMA. Mucho más acción.
Look, Raul's moving in. He goes, am I seeing enough action?
Big knees.
We have literally seen Raul say, keep working, as fighters were punching each other.
Ready for me.
His level of much more action is very high level.
That's very, very nice control there by Sula. She was getting taken down. She was able to reverse it midway. That's big because Perez was starting to having some success with her grind, but Sula has the size advantage here, guys. So with her being in top control, we're already seeing some of those elbows. This is interesting. I want to see how this plays out.
I saw there that fisheye cam, great view, different angle to get what it's like to be inside La Jaula. You know, Katie, such a wonderful person. I had an opportunity to speak to her. Aside from her being a fighter, you know, this young lady, she went to Western Carolina University through the Honors College for a split focus in bachelor's in performance and design technology, and a school there. She studied a minor in business marketing.
Yeah, she's not thinking about that now.
No, she's not. But I gotta
this
tell
girl's
you,
on top of me, and she's trying to punch me in the face.
She's thinking about geometry right now. She's thinking about triangles because that's what she's working for at this moment.
well, Katie here has to have a
Big
good
elbow.
She does have those legs tied up real well for a
This is-
submission.
there it is.
There it is. She was just feeling for it, waiting for it. The rude awakening for Sula. Katie Perez, a victory in her debut inside La Jaula of Combate Global.
Did you gentlemen see her setting that up? I did not.
She was just patient, waiting for the right moment for Sula to make that mistake. And rightfully so, she caught on to it. La Máquina Asesina, the assassin machine, with a victory inside La Jaula. Great stuff coming on as we wait for the official result in just a few seconds after the break. Global. And here we go, the action that we just saw. Katie Perez, great victory, submission victory over Sula Alex. It started off with a lot of work in the clinch. Perez was very patient and brought it down to the floor.
Yeah, early on, I thought both fighters were implementing their game plans pretty well, but the game plan went out the window when Perez tried to take her down and, you know, wound up there on the bottom. But then she was able to work that triangle in very nice, very smooth, and Sula just didn't really seem to see it coming.
Get ready here for more action and the result in just a few. Great action from Katie Perez as we go to the official result. La voz, Lupe Contreras.
Damas y caballeros, la esquina azul aplica el triángulo, obligando a su rival a darse por vencida con un tiempo oficial de 4 minutos 46 segundos del primer episodio. Ladies and gentlemen, the blue corner sinks in the triangle, obligating her opponent to tap with an official time of 4 minutes 46 seconds of the opening round. Your winner, by way of submission, la vencedora por sumisión, la máquina asesina, Katie Perez.
Congratulations to La Máquina Asesina. Great work for this young lady making her debut inside La Jaula. She goes home victorious tonight. An impressive victory for the American as he get ready for more action inside La Jaula. We'll come right back with more. We'll be right back with more action inside La Jaula after the break. Welcome back. More action inside La Jaula as we get ready for this contest. Coming up next, these two young studs fighting at 125. The flyweights, Jose Mercado taking on Ricardo Torito Ramirez. Should be a stellar fight between these two.
I saw Ramirez earlier today. He wanted to fight 4 hours ago. He was so ready.
He's an announced fighter ready to go inside La Jaula. 125, 3-rounder.
Entrando a La Jaula,
as we go to Lupe
Jose
Contreras.
Mercado.
And there he is, Jose Mercado. Undefeated man. His last fight took in March, won by TKO. He says, I don't know much about my opponent. It's okay, I'm ready to go. I know that he's an explosive fighter. I'm an explosive fighter. So it's gonna be a great fight between these two, Alex. there's no doubt in my mind, when you mix two explosive fighters, it makes it a recipe for a good tasty cake.
Mercado comes from a great camp with a great trainer. His head coach is Daniel Pineda, an active ranked UFC featherweight, and I know the sort of style that they like to implement. It's not the sort of style you want to sleep on because it's nonstop action.
That's right, training out of Texas there. You mentioned Campbell, these guys are ready to go. But as we go ready now for his opponent.
Su oponente, Ricardo Ramirez.
Ramirez training out of the Pro Athletes Martial Arts. Their newcomer there, Kevin Morales trains with that man, and also the United States in Zen Martial Arts. Torito Campbell, I mean, this guy's an explosive, ready-to-go game fighter.
Yeah, you know, and it's, you mentioned they don't care who they fight. I'm not sure that's true, but it's a cool thing for the fighter to say. They don't watch a lot about the other fighter. They come to do their fight. Okay.
But we're about to see exactly if that's all about, and if indeed they leave it all to the coaches what the strategy is, Alex, because you got to depend on those two men or women or whoever you have on your corner to really dictate.
Yeah, but they're not in there, are they?
Absolutely not.
Once that door closes,
it's all
they're
up to the
shouting
fighter.
instructions through the wire.
It's all haywire. After that, you're going to have to depend on what you know inside La Jaula. As we go to the head-to-head, 34 for Ramirez, 27 for Mercado. The height there goes to Mercado, 5'6", 5'2". The reach also to Mercado. The weight, flyweight, 125.6 to 124 pounds. There's no secret in my mind when it comes to flyweights. They deliver. Lupe Contreras, the official introduction.
Este duelo, 3 vueltas, división peso mosca. This bout 3 rounds in the flyweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Byron Sellers, Dorian Mirasola y Ricardo Celis. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, vestido de verde, presenting the blue corner, wearing green, su peso oficial, 125 libras y media. His official weight, 125.5 pounds. Esta noche, busca mantener su récord invicto de 2 victorias dentro de la jaula de Combate Global. Tonight, he enters la jaula, looking to remain undefeated in 2 pro bouts. De la Ciudad de Mexico, and now repping H-Town, Houston, Texas, José Supermercado. Su oponente en la esquina roja, vestido de blanco, his opponent in the red corner, wearing white, su peso oficial, 124 libras, his official weight, 124 pounds. Esta noche, entra a la jaula en busca de su primer victoria con récord de 1 derrota. Tonight he enters la jaula in search of his first pro victory with a record of 1 defeat. Puro Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua, México. El Torito, Ricardo Ramirez. El referee internacional, Raúl Porrata.
El centro.
Man in la jaula.
Obedejan mis órdenes y protegen en todos momentos. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Toquen guantes, touch gloves, regresen a sus esquinas.
We have it. Mercado versus Ramirez. Supermercado, which translates to supermarket in English. I just wanted to throw that in there. But here we go, Ramirez versus Mercado going at it here toe-to-toe. It's a flyweight contest, and right from the start, Alex, you've been following MMA, you know it's a fast-paced right from the start between fights.
The big thing to watch for Mercado is that 4-inch reach advantage of his to go along with the 5-inch height advantage. I think he's going to try and make a meal out of that, whereas Torito, I don't think he's too worried about it because he's the type that likes to dart inside quickly and throw those overhand rights to counteract that. Oh, big roundhouse kick just missed there from Mercado. I think we're in for a fun one.
No doubt here. When you get 2 dudes from Mexico, Campbell, there's no secret. You're in for a very nice fight, very explosive, and just get you off your seat.
Okay. How was that for a shout of enthusiasm?
Oh, great stuff already coming up, Alex, with a takedown, right? Get it started.
And right into side control, and that's something. We saw him swinging his hands already, and that's a position Torito was not able to hold on to for very long, and now it's Mercado who's threatening for the single leg. I think for Mercado, he's probably better served to keep it separated and striking, but I guess you're already in that position. You might as well try and score that takedown, and that's a way to score. And what a slam.
Good stuff from these men already, Campbell. And when you look at Mercado, he trains with the 4-ounce Fight Club. It was the former team of Claudia Diaz, who's competed here. In fact, she'll be in action a little later. And so far, you can see.
You know, I got it. This is look. Don't. Oh, I got so many things I want to say about this. But I was told by the general counsel of the network not to give out my cell phone number because I want to give it out because my actual number. 125s. I love them. Look at this. They're swinging. They're jumping. They're slamming. Is there knockout power? I go back and forth on what I think about the Superflies, right? Like, it's a lot of movement. They're flying around.
Fast pacing, and you're right, but we have seen several knockouts in the flyweight division here in Combate Global. I mean, it's there. It's no secret due to that fast pace, great striking, and they're very technical with their hands.
Yeah, it's looking, though, Campbell, like if we do get a finish in this one, it may end up coming on the ground with the way that this is going. Mercado in side control, and he's working on a choke already.
Look, there's a lot of great athletes at 125. Great athletes, not just in Combate. The famous Demetrius Johnson, right, is a great example.
Cejudo's, I mean, so many great talent in the fight.
Are they dangerous? Do they say danger? Hey, watching at home, is this, call me. Text me. I can't give out my number. The first 3 numbers are 917. I cannot give out my cell number, 917.
Good.
I'm going to give out to the rest later.
Good defense there by Torito as he was nearly. Oh, but this is good.
Make me a liar. Make me wrong. Prove me wrong. Knock the mother out.
Holy baby Jesus, this is an up kick KO.
Whoa. Oh, just as I was saying. Whoa. This is perfect.
Campbell, you said it, and boom. Your command, knockout.
I'm a genius. I am an MMA genius.
Mercado is going to need a cleanup on aisle 3.
Wow, yeah, we're excited here. That was something. Beautiful. I told you he was ready to fight 4 hours ago. I'm glad he kept the energy level up.
When you look on knockouts like that from an up kick, I mean, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. There's a family there.
Have we seen that Combate? I don't think so. Look at his family. God bless. God bless one. I love the 125s. I said that right. I love this. It's great. It's action. It's knockout. It's dangerous.
It's really rare to see, but when you see it, it's just so wow. You know, it's that wow moment that anything can happen inside La Jaula, Alex.
And a good comeback win there for Torito. Yeah, because things weren't going well for him.
Not so well. Wow. Show that again. I got to see that again. Oh, my God.
Great stoppage there by Porrati. Swung in and he was running into the whole
Fat ref doesn't play. Fat ref jumps in. Fat ref, Raul weighs more than both of them together.
Great stuff from El Torito. Getting on that victory. Wow. I'm sure that'll be viral in just a few, folks. What a knockout from an up kick. Great stuff. I'm telling you, the prelims, you said it, Campbell. It's nothing about prelims, it's just deliver action as we go to the zone. Just a few.
Este combate finaliza con un tiempo oficial de 3 minutos, 8 segundos del primer episodio. This bout concludes with an official time of 3 minutes, 8 seconds of the opening round. Your winner, by way of KO, el vencedor por nocaut, El Torito, Ricardo Ramirez.
El Torito improves now to 500 record. Great stuff. Amazing knockout. I'm sure Twitter world will be talking about it. Peace be homage to his family. We'll be right back with more action inside La Jaula. Here we go. Exciting stuff. Alex, as we take a look back, Mercado taking on Ricardo Torito Ramirez. What action.
Watching the early seconds of this fight, I was honestly wondering, how does Ramirez win this? He was at such length and seemingly striking disadvantage. He got that big takedown that Mercado was able to reverse here, and that was a big slam that by Mercado, and you thought, oh, a big scramble is ensuing from there. What is Mercado going to work on from here? And then sometimes in life, folks, you expect the unexpected. Boom! That's what we're going to get here. Oh, it was a little early. There it is. Boom! An up kick knockout. You don't see that every day. That's one thing I wasn't expecting, fellas.
You said you saw it 15 years ago or something, every day. I guess we see it every decade and a half.
It's like a comet, you know, you see it every now and again, it passes through.
It was like a comet.
Look it up here, there was an up kick knockout back in 2006, but before that, you're right, Alex, I'd have to go about a good 15 years or so until you saw an up kick knockout. Quite amazing stuff inside La Jaula. Mercado, Ramirez, you see it there, the stats. 31 punches compared to the 3 of Ramirez. He didn't need punches. He needed the up kicks. 6 kicks for Mercado, the 4 for Ramirez. The total strikes here, as you can see, in comparison to the 37 out of 43 and 7 out of 9, the accuracy. Mercado was a lot more effective and more accurate with the shots. And then the takedowns, 2-1. But hey, forget the stats. All Ramirez needed was a beautiful up kick to land in the perfect spot. And as we go now to an interview to El Torito Ramirez.
Felicitaciones, Torito.
All right, congratulations, Torito.
Hasta las lágrimas.
I've taken out my tears.
Estoy súper emocionado.
I'm
No
very excited.
tenía idea de
I had no
que
idea
iba a pasar de esta manera.
that it was gonna
Yo
happen
venía
this
preparado
way.
para 15 minutos de lucha,
I was ready for
pero
15
gracias a
minutes
Dios
of fighting,
y a
but
todo mi
thanks to
equipo
God,
de trabajo,
all of my
toda la
team,
gente que está detrás de mí, pues
everyone that
se logró el
supported me,
objetivo.
celebrated
Torito,
with me.
estás, insisto, muy emocionado
Torito, you're very
por tantas
emotional,
cosas que quizás has
excited.
pasado y hoy ves,
So many things that happened
ves una
to you.
luz.
Do
No
you see
una,
a light?
creo que ves 3.
Turn on the light.
¿Es cierto?
Sí,
Yes.
sí, esto es por mis hijos.
This is for my children.
Victoria, Isabela, Torito,
Victor,
bebé.
Isabela,
Los amo,
I
es por
love you.
ustedes. Por mi esposa.
My wife.
Muchas felicidades, Torito.
Thank you very
Muchas
much.
felicidades.
Congratulations,
Excelente
Torito.
knockout, la verdad. Y
Great knockout.
¿cuándo te gustaría volver aquí a la jaula?
When do you want to
Cuando
return to
sea,
La
estoy
Jaula?
listo.
Whenever.
Estoy listo para volver.
I'm ready to return.
Si quiere el boss mañana mismo,
Sí,
mañana
if
mismo nos
the
vamos.
jefe wants me tomorrow, I'm
Muchas
ready.
felicidades. Hay muchos eventos por delante y te deseo lo mejor. Muchas
Well,
felicidades
you have
por
lots
tu
of
knockout.
stuff, and I wish
Muchas
you well.
gracias.
Thank you much.
Felicitaciones, Torito, que sigan los éxitos.
Congratulations. Continue with the success, Torito.
That was sweet.
Good stuff. Have a real little, get the little
Knock
chills
somebody
there. We're talking
unconscious.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I got a little choked up. He knocked somebody out. Kisses his picture of his family.
It's like sweet and sour, right? It doesn't make sense, but it tastes good. As we get ready now for the main card of Combate Global, featuring Mexico.
917
Are you giving
406.
out those
I can't give
numbers,
out my
Cam?
number. I was told specifically not to. Random numbers 916 407.
Yeah, well, they gotta listen to very closely. Maybe pick it
2607.
together. It's could be some stuff that you have to put the stuff
406
together.
2607. Do not call me. Text me. I'm on the air. I'm working. 917 406 2607.
Alfrego Ruelas from
I can't
Mexico.
give it out.
I might play those in the Powerball as well. if you don't mind.
917 406
We can make it an EDM song out of that.
Yeah.
Do
We get
not
a
call.
track.
Text. I can't take the call. I'm on air. 917 406
This is summer here, folks. As Campbell's giving you some random hint numbers there. We'll let you know what to decide.
I was specifically
what you're doing with those
told
numbers.
not to give out myself.
Could be the ratings, could be the Powerball numbers. I don't know what he's talking about.
Not nearly high enough to be the rating.
406
Oh,
2607.
Alfrego Ruelas of Mexico, Simone Serra representing Spain and Italy will be up next on deck, ready for more action. Is at 155 pounds. The Slayer taking on the Spaniard should be a very fun, exciting fight. Let's get ready to do the shot there. Ruelas getting ready. He went from Tarzan to Slayer, changed his nickname. First time around here, he started off with Tarzan, then he was with the Slayer. In fact, he
Mike and the
out.
team are still calling him Tarzan. It's just they haven't made the switch.
I think he's a big fan of the metal heavy band Slayer, hence that's the name of that. But then
Maybe a big Buffy fan.
Yeah, that could be too. And there you see the shot there representing Italy and Spain. Simone Serra getting ready for the action. And just to let you know, next week we'll be having Thunder Rosa joining us here, and also on deck in the co-main event, Ana Palacios versus Bo Hyun Park, a champion in Korea. Campbell, I'm so excited for that fight,
my God.
man.
Let me tell you, we didn't think it was going to happen. Ana came down with COVID last week here in Miami. We had to quarantine her. We tested her every 12 hours. Oh, my God.
But we talking about women. Here it is.
917.
Alitzel Mariscal getting ready. She's part of the co-main event, taking on Shannon Goughary of Tennessee, the United States. She's making her debut. Will it be a smooth walk on the red carpet? Well, we'll find out in just a few, because Alitzel is on deck and ready to welcome her. And of course, the main fight, the one that we have all been waiting for, is the number 1 versus the number 5 in the lightweight division. Angel Alvarez coming off a wonderful, beautiful knockout. We invite you to check it out here at Paramount Plus, taking on Enrique Baby Bull Gonzalez, who defeated some game opponents in that tournament of the USA versus Mexico back in November. Alfrego, Ruelas, Simone, Serra, as you get the nice shot of the FTX arena there. But right now, all eyes are on deck inside La Jaula. Ruelas, Serra, coming up next in Combate Global. And here we go. Beautiful shot. Downtown Miami, the Intercontinental Hotel. Shot there of Bayside FTX Arena. If you haven't been to Miami, we invite you to come.
You should
You've
come.
been here often.
Come to the show. I gave out my number. If you text me, I will give you VIP seats.
You heard it there first. You were promoting that on Twitter. He's a man of his word. But right now we're going inside La Jaula. We get ready for our main card. We got a stellar.
That's the globe. That's the world. You know why? Global.
Absolutely. We've seen some
Bringing
fighters
the world together through fighting.
all over the world. Such a beautiful thing when you think about it, Campbell, right? It's fighting, but we come together to enjoy.
And we part as friends, mostly.
A few exceptions, some bitter rivalries, but no, it is beautiful because, you know, the preparation that goes into this and the camaraderie built through the training camps and everything, and these fighters, like Campbell's implying, they have so much respect for each other by the time they leave here. It really does bring nations together.
And we're all coming here together to see this wonderful fight card that we have on deck. This is just one of many coming up. We got 30 shows lined up for you in 2022. Mirror image of what occurred in 2021. We got Copa Combate later on in November. We have some great fight cards ready lined up for you, and the summer is sizzling. We previewed some of the fights that we talked about that are coming up on deck. The rankings were released last week. Of course, that has everyone buzzing all over social media, but it's now time to introduce you the main card. Alfrego Ruelas starting off against Simone Serra of Spain and Italy. Then the ladies, Alitzel Mariscal taking on Shannon Goughary, United States versus Mexico. And then Enrique Gonzalez, the number 1 ranked lightweight, taking on the number 5, Angel Alvarez. This should be a very great fight as we go to Lupe Contreras for the official introduction of Ruelas and Serra.
Entrando a la jaula, Alfrego Ruelas.
And there we have it, making his way to La Jaula. A man with a background in Lima Lama, fighting out of Mexico. Second time we see him in 2022 inside La Jaula, coming off a fresh TKO victory in the first round against Rodolfo Rizek, no relation, by the way. And then he also competed against Christian Perez. Alex, this is a great fight for this man, taking on a game opponent, Serra.
Yeah, unbelievable. I know Ruelas is ready here to bring the action. He's got that size, he's got that length, he's well-rounded, he studied political science at university, he's a martial arts trainer as well.
Simone Serra.
His opponent, Simone Serra, originally from Italy, moved to Spain now. That is his home where he trains, and he's also dabbled a little bit training in SBG Dublin, but his prime training facility is All-Star of Estocolmo. Campbell, we've seen many folks, fighters, men and women compete inside La Jaula from Spain, from Europe. The talent is there, it's just evolving.
Talent is there. talent is there. I don't got time to get into it now. There's also a connection between South America and Southern Europe via soccer.
Yes.
Like, folks just come and go back and forth all the time. And this connection also, don't forget, gringos, Spain is the motherland for the Spanish-speaking countries.
La madre patria. That's right, as we see the head-to-head, frente a frente, Ruelas versus Serra. And hello, shout out to the folks watching us in Spain and in Europe. Thank you for joining us this evening. Differences there, 32, one age difference. The estatura, the height, 6'1". As we go to Lupe Contreras for the official introduction.
Las reglas oficiales de la jaula, 3 vueltas de 5 minutos, 3 jueces utilizando el sistema de 10 puntos. Este duelo en la división peso ligero de Spout. En the lightweight division, the judges, los jueces, Dorian Mirasola, Ricardo Celis y Mark Streisand. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando la esquina azul, vestido de negro con verde y rojo, introducing the blue corner, wearing black with green and red. Su peso oficial, 155 libras y media, his official weight, 155.5 pounds. Entra por sexta ocasión a la jaula, con 3 victorias y 2 derrotas. He enters la jaula for the 6th time as a pro, with 3 victories against 2 losses. De Pachuca, Hidalgo, México, the Slayer, Alfrego Ruelas. En la esquina roja, vestido de blanco en the red corner, wearing white, detuvo la báscula a un peso oficial de 154 libras y media. He tipped the scales at an official 154.5 pounds, con un récord idéntico al de su rival, con 3 victorias y 2 derrotas. He enters la jaula with an identical record to that of his opponent, with 3 victories against 2 losses. Oriundo de Livorno, Italia, y entrenando en Barcelona, España, Simone Serra. El referee, Josh Rutgers.
Josh Rutgers, the third man in La Jaula.
Well, his sideburns are the
Judge is ready.
It's like 4 and 5.
Ready.
I love Josh. He's a great ref.
We got some fashion ready referees.
We don't play. We have facial hair covered. Mike Beltran, eat your heart out, man.
Listen to me at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Do everything you can within the rules to win. Most importantly, best of luck. God bless.
Did he cut it? Did I miss it?
End of an era if he did.
No, he tucked it in.
Maybe it's CGI, I don't know. But here we go. Alfrego going on. Alfrego going
Talk
on.
about this fight. We're having too much fun, folks.
Alfrego taking on Serra, representing Italy and Spain right from the start. Alfrego, Alex, we've seen this man in action inside La Jaula. Great stand-up, but he feels like a well-rounded fighter, and he's taking on Simone, who's very confident with his ground game.
Yeah,
Physically very similar guys.
Yeah, Simone's going to have his hands full. I know
Yeah.
they both traded punches there. I know Simone's hometown of Livorno very well, seaside town in Tuscany. Try the riso nero there, it will change your life.
It's a paid announcement from the Italian tourist.
We'll try that out when we're done. Just to open up there, a beautiful right hook from Alfrego.
Oh, we heard that.
This could be a quick fight, folks. Right from the start. The Spaniard just going and he smells blood. He might be attacking here. Trying to finish this off, Alex.
Yeah, Serra landed a big shot, and he's in a great position now. Has been able to pass. Watch out for these hammer fists. He's going to try and stop this fight. We see on the bottom how we're trying to work our way out of this bad position. Just show the referee that we are active. That is what Ruelas is trying to do right now, and it looks like, at least for the moment, as he's able to tie him up, he's out of the immediate danger.
Impressive stuff so far, Cambo, and this is just his debut here in Combate Global.
That was exciting.
Great stuff here to kick off there, having the advantage. Serra making his debut inside La Jaula, a man who trains with the MMA Barcelona. By the way, kudos to Lupe Contreras with that Spaniard accent, Barcelona. And
that annoys everybody outside of Spain.
Oh, I'm sure it does, right?
Barcelona.
Now, watch out as you see Ruelas trying to work for a leg lock, at least to occupy him from the bottom, more of those up kicks, but nice job getting back into that top control there by Serra. This has been really a dream start for him so far, Rodolfo.
You talk about that up kick, it's just enshrined in my brain. Are we going to see another up kick knockout here this
No,
evening?
we're not going to see that. but it looks like he's trying to grind his face, get his face in, maybe break the skin. Like everything, I don't know if these aren't knockout blows, but they look, and he's using the elbows, and it almost looks like he's trying to cut him.
Yeah, it's more like a distraction to try and land that opening of a submission. We do have
Sometimes it's a distraction. Other times, with those elbows on those cheeks like that, it looked like he was trying to cut him, which is fine, which is legal, which is MMA.
Serra originally was introduced to martial arts with Olympic wrestling, and then he trained on jiu-jitsu, and then he said, well, I've already got the ground game, why don't I go ahead and learn the striking? You put it all together, and he amends now into a mixed martial artist.
Again, a very classic mix, as I was saying about the European fighters. Our South American and Mexican fighters tend to start with the stand-up arts and move to the jiu-jitsu and the grappling.
As they like to say in Spanish, jiu-jiteros.
Jiu-jiteros.
I don't know where that came from, that jiu-jiteros.
Because it just sounds cool. That's where it comes from.
You hear it all the time, you hear it, you can see that bread and butter.
But it really should be jiu-jiteros. Because the
Right,
J is
because
the H,
right.
but now I'm mixing up my Portuguese.
And Alex, you can see here, very confident Serra in his ground game. Again, that is his foundation, and he's sticking to it.
Yeah, it's his bread and butter, and it's working for him. But let's not forget that this whole thing started with a strike. I mean, that's what took this fight to the ground in the first place. So he's doing very. And you look at the body language right now from Ruelas. Obviously, being in this position is very uncomfortable. But it's really
what's he got to do
him.
here, Alex? He's up against the fence. He's got a lot of weight on top of him. What is Slayer Tarzan Slayer?
It looks like he really needs to wrap up that right arm as he's trying to do, but he's eating punches. And this is a worse position now. At least when he was on his feet, he needed to turn his hips to the right and then try and explode up. And he's trying to do that again. I think that's the direction he's going to try to get up from. But Serra is being really smart about the way he's setting this up, because he's tying up that left arm and that leg right now. And now he's going to try to lock in a guillotine.
Right, that position he was stuck in now, with the howler pinning him.
Yeah.
When you're in that position, it's just so tough to get out, so you really have to move to the right or the left.
Trying to defend against getting hurt down there.
Ruelas now with a low kick right to the hamstring area, and this is where he wants to fight. This is where he feels very confident. He has that background. Beautiful shot! It could be a mirror image of what happened to the knee, maybe, perhaps. There we go. This is MMA. Mucho más acción inside la jaula. 10 seconds left. There's still more, folks. This is just the tip of what you're about to feel inside la jaula. Good stuff, good action. Ruelas, Serra to kick off the main card. Calling the action.
917-406-2607. Do not call, text me. I can't give out my number. That's not my number. Nope. But if you text me, I'll text back.
Could be the Powerbomb number. All right, here we go. Replay, taking a look, Alex, right from the start. The shot that took down Serra, but it was a different story afterwards.
Yeah, you saw an overhand right from Serra is what started it and what made Ruelas uncomfortable. And then we really saw a clinic being put on the ground, aside from the fact that he couldn't quite get that finish down there, but really looked comfortable before eating some big punches late in that round.
Let's go! Some direction there from his corner, Serra. Let's go!
You can never count a Mexican fighter out. You cannot.
They got the heart, that will, and determination.
Because they're going to hit
going.
you.
Yeah.
You will get hit.
And you know, you're talking about that. They're just extreme fighters. And Ruelas, this guy's a guy who practices, he's a motorcyclist. I mean, this is some extreme sports, and he brings all of that intensity inside la jaula. Straight shooter inside as we get ready for the second episode of this fight. With the colorful shorts and Ruelas and the white Serra, representing Italy and Spain.
Already, Ruelas looks fresher than I expected he
right,
would.
he's coming out. He wants to show him that nothing happened last round.
quite confident right from the start. You see that he's just waiting for that opportunity to land that overhand, right, or an uppercut there from Ruelas.
I like to see the punches and bunches. Where's the scores, man? Come on, I don't know
It's
how to call
coming
that
up.
last one.
The up and scoring is coming up in just a few seconds, and we unleash that here on your screen. Find out what were those numbers, what were the judges thinking, and as you say, it's that famous line, right? Never leave it to the judges. You want to try to finish it, but leaving the way with those open scoring counts.
It's taken a while. I think maybe the judges are wondering a little bit how to score. Oh, yeah.
Serra with that right hand that woke up Ruelas, reminded him where he is, and there's the open scoring count we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. I mean, it's just Ruelas came back. Yeah.
And Serra had that control on the ground for the most part toward the latter part.
I don't disagree.
With Serra, you can really see the accuracy from his punches, where with Ruelas, he's got more of the raw power. So it's one of those things where Serra's going to have to land with more volume and really try and wear down his chin, where Ruelas is a threat to end this fight at one punch at any point.
That's it. Well put. Well put. Puncher's chance.
Ruelas playing the distance, prohibiting Serra from coming in. He's booky. Every team that he seems Serra coming in, Ruelas just steps away, but he got clipped with that one. Nice body shot from Serra to Ruelas.
That hurts.
Yep.
Keeping the fight right in the center of La Jaula, where Ruelas wants this fight. Another uppercut there from Ruelas.
Oh, yeah.
Coming forward, going for the kill. Ruelas now
Bleeding coming forward, by the way.
pushing up his hips, great takedown defense, now pinned in La Jaula.
Ruelas made him pay for that takedown attempt. Landed a couple of nice elbows right to the ear when Serra was moving in. He hasn't given up on it yet, but wow, that's strength right there.
That trip from Serra. This is exactly where he wants to fight, where it ended in the last round. That earned him that round. The guard, we're looking at something there, perhaps from hammer fist, some shots with a forearm. We talked about it, Campbell. In South America.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds, yes.
Yeah, they start with the stand-up. In Europe, they start with the ground game with the wrestling. You can see that involvement here. It just evolving in front of our eyes. Great action. Great maneuver from Serra. Now, Alex, in this position, as you can see, Alfrego does have his legs wrapped around for Serra, prohibiting Serra from moving around. And he has to rip that apart.
That's the chess game where Serra needs to break out of that, because he wants to set up an arm triangle, but he's going to have to get that leg free and pass if he's going to do it. Ruelas is fully aware of that, and he's holding on for that leg with dear life.
Yeah, he has it on very tight, and right now sweating is not going to come into play because they're not at that level yet. Where that comes in helpful, and this position here, more like a crucifix as you're getting that referee camera angle.
Well, and most importantly, Rodolfo and Campbell, you look at how much time Serra is eating from this spot where, I mean, unless something dramatically changes in the final 60 or so seconds in this round, even if you don't get a finish here in this second round, it's going to be 2 rounds to nothing here in a couple minutes.
And Campbell won't be surprised as a referee. There's not a lot of action here. It might stand this up.
Yeah.
Just twinkling around, but
if you stand them up from this position, the referee owes them an apology.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the judgment call. They're not resting. They may not be actively.
Wait a minute. He might be setting up for an armbar, guys.
Yeah, there's a change. Listen, I got to say, I don't know in Spain if you can hear this, because I think they use the Spanish announcers, which makes sense. We brought the Spanish fighters in and we threw them into the deep end. We didn't go, oh, let's develop a new territory. And everybody from Spain is getting challenged.
No easy fights here inside La Jaula. And now he could be setting up for a rear naked choke, Alex, if the opportunity is there, but a little too late. He's gonna have to wait.
All right, I like round 1 better.
Round 2 was quite cut and dry, I would say.
The fight started off, of course, with the stand-up game, and then Serra just took it right from the floor. Alex, that's exactly where the Spaniard wanted it.
Yeah, had some moments early in the second round. That was a really nice combination you just saw there from Ruelas, but he was getting tagged. I mean, Serra, again, not fight-ending power, but pinpoint accuracy with his right hand. And once this fight, guys, got to the mat again, that's really, you can see, that's the Italian's bread and butter. From that wrestling and jiu-jitsu background, he was fully in control once the fight went to the mat.
Yeah, I totally agree. I want to put something out about Combate's style. If Serra's going to run the clock and try to win this on points in his first 2 rounds, I will keep that in mind, right? That's not how we like to see it play out. He doesn't have to do anything stupid, but, you know,
Keep the
mucho
oil.
más acción.
That's
Keep
right.
going, keep going, keep going.
Keep burning that oil. Last round.
Because Ruelas is going to come out for something.
And he knows he has to. I mean, even if he hasn't heard that open scoring yet, I think he's got a pretty good idea where he stands. He's got it like you see,
Like
he's
that.
throwing. The spinning techniques are already coming out. He knows he has to do something special.
Oh, right, nice jab, right to kick it off. And there's no doubt, he heard you, Alex, there. He needs to finish this fight. He cannot leave this to the judges the way things are going. He's testing out his pace. Alfrego setting up. Great combination. Has a lot of power, especially with an overhand right. Put a lot of hip power from those punches.
Let's go.
He kicked on the groin area, but Alfrego says, I'm all right, I'm okay, let's go.
His overhand right looks good, but I think that his biggest weapons could be inside with the knees and with the uppercuts, because he's looked pretty sharp with those as well as Ruelas.
Well, he has been setting it up with that jab and following through, but because after that jab, he comes in with that the right hook, and that's pretty much where it goes.
Yeah, and I like when he comes forward and he tries to finish the combos with the elbows is something he's doing as well. He knows that he's giving up some range and distance. He's got to really bring techniques like that to take advantage of it.
And it's more like Serra Campbell wants to take this to La Jaula so he can go ahead and change levels and break it down to the ground where he has had much success in this fight.
Of course.
There we go, the open scoring.
I want to see somebody knock somebody out.
There's the open scoring, gentlemen. Rightfully so, right? We saw that control now. Yes, he controlled the ground game. Oh boy, you saw that.
Two in one night.
I'm going to have to play the lotto tonight if this happens.
The comment almost came around again.
Wow.
Every time I see that up kick tonight, I just flashbacks. How what we saw earlier on today from Torito Ramirez. Great up kick KO earlier on. Alfrego, the same position that he's been in the latter parts of the first and second round.
And more urgency, you can see it already, Rodolfo, with those elbows he's throwing up. And you see Serra's being smart about closing the distance right now, because he knows if he gives Ruelas space, he's going to be able to hopefully explode out of this.
Well, Serra, hopefully he got the memo, because you heard it from an Epic Campbell. He said, well, if you cruise control towards the last part of the fight, I'll remember that. We want some action inside La Jaula. Sure, he is moving, but it's more like he's just laying there. You know, Alfrego is the one
I
that's
think
trying to
Raul
bridge.
might stand him up.
Too much there. Alfrego's not even attempting a bridge to get up.
No.
Let's see some action.
Yeah, see?
Rutgers
There you
just
go.
performed them, yeah.
Come on.
Rutgers just told them, let's see some action.
Much hugging. Eso! Love that.
It's been a while since you said that one. In the Rakata.
Bragada.
Well known from
I'm not seeing much Bragada.
a very popular term from Wisin y Yandel. You guys know reggaeton?
Of course. And then Farina was here singing Bragada.
So this is huge for Ruelas, because he has
This is his shot, right?
little under
This is his
100
shot.
seconds to go.
This is it. Come on,
Balls to the wall.
Ruelas.
This is it.
Come on, man.
Man on third, 3-2 count.
Come on.
2 outs.
You might as well go out swinging.
This is it. Less than a minute and a half. Oh, the crash.
Yes, come on. Come on. You got to take him out. You got to take him out.
And we've seen Ruelas. He's a guy that takes no mercy and will do anything he has to do to go for that KO victory.
He looks a little tired, though.
I would be too if I get pressed like that. And that was a nice short right hand that Serra landed.
Punch followed by
Yeah.
uppercut. Oh, shot by Serra. Now we're talking. It's more like Alfrego just setting it up for that jab to connect with an overhand or perhaps an uppercut. Great yeah! But now Serra, of course, holding Alfrego. That's not where he wants to be. Alex, what's he to do in position? He has less than about 30 seconds to
That's
go.
trouble. That's a lot of trouble. Now, he is working for something from the bottom, though. I can't tell. Looks like he's working on a triangle. He's bringing the leg for a triangle. So this is his shot, because I don't think he has time in 25 seconds to get stood up again. Dangerous elbows for the bottom as well. He's going for it.
He's doing everything he can.
That arm was there, Alex. I know he's focused too much on the elbows, but he should grab that arm.
Yeah, he should.
10 seconds to go. If Ruelas wants to win it, according to what we've seen so far from the open scoring, it's not going to go his way. Now 5 seconds to go. That's all he has left. He tried to get this victory, but we'll be back with the official result after the break. They're trying to put the pedal to the metal in that last round. Came a little too short. If we go by what we've seen from the judges' result in the first and second, there's no secret here, right? Anyone can see that it could be a fair game for Serra, but let's take a look at the replay, Alex.
Well, you had a lot of power from Ruelas and a lot of technique from Serra, who just did so well bringing the fight to the ground very early. You saw that ground game background, the jiu-jitsu and the wrestling from him, and Ruelas stayed dangerous throughout that fight. I love those little elbows that he threw, and I love the uppercuts he was throwing, but once you started to get those single legs just being taken time and time and time again, it was academic.
Lupe Contreras for the official result.
Los jueces Mirasola y Celis entregan tarjetas idénticas de 29 a 28. Judges Celis and Mirasola turn in identical scores of 29 to 28. Y el juez Streisand anotó 30 a 27. Judge Streisand scores it 30 to 27. All in favor of the winner. By way of unanimous decision, los tres a favor del vencedor. Por decisión unánime. De Italia, Simone Serra.
Campbell, another victory for Italy. Simone Serra. Spain. Great stuff in the work.
Europe.
Not impressed. We get ready for more action inside the house. Here we go, the shot of La Hala. Great action from Serra out of Italy and representing Spain, taking on the Mexican Alfrego Ruelas at 155 pounds. I'm sure Serra's going to be probably knocking on the door, Campbell, to get somehow, some way in that top 10 ranking of the lightweight division. Speaking of which, that will be the main event. The number 1 versus the number 5, Enrique Gonzalez versus Angel Alvarez. But before we get there, we're going to go ahead and welcome in the ladies once again inside La Jaula when we had the return of Alitzel Mariscal of Mexico, taking on the newcomer, Shannon Goughary. You see they're warming up. Alitzel getting ready for action. She had an injury. This is the first fight here in 2022. We last saw her compete last year. She's ready to go. She said, I'm confident, but she's taking on a game opponent, a veteran, Shannon Goughary. And we come back with more action after the break.
Mi nombre es Ángel Alvarez, tengo 27 años, vivo en Miami, pero nací en Cuba. Esta noche voy a pelear contra Enrique González. Lo que sé de él es que está en el ranking número 1, yo estoy en el ranking número 5, no estoy conforme con ese ranking, por eso quiero buscar estar en el 1 y voy de una a pelear por ese ranking. Sí, soy la misma persona arriba y fuera, solo que en la jaula tengo un objetivo en ese momento que es de ganarle a mi oponente y afuera tengo el mismo objetivo de ganarle a la vida día por día. El paso que sea dentro de la jaula o afuera lo estudio. Salir de mi país fue difícil. Fue difícil porque no hay nada más difícil que dejar a tu familia. Yo tengo un hijo en Cuba, tengo a mi mamá. Entonces todo esto que hoy en día me ves haciendo es para lograrlo, para lograr traerlo a él y lograr traer a mi mamá. El mensaje que les mando es que a mi hijo que papi está luchando por él y pronto espera tenerlo aquí ya. Lo que pueden esperar de mí en combate es una persona, ya le digo, con bastante respeto, pero con muchas ganas de salir adelante, muchas ganas de traer a su familia y muchas ganas de convertirse en la gran estrella de combate. Es lo que sí pueden esperar.
Our co-main event, Alitzel Mariscal out of Mexico taking on the United States, Shannon Goughary. It's a great contest between these two ladies at 115 pounds. Just a few. We're about to go ahead and learn a little bit about Alitzel, who returns to action after suffering an injury. Ready to go. Alitzel Mariscal. Let's learn about it.
Yo soy de Guadalajara, Jalisco, ahí nací. Comencé a practicar MMA por una tía, me invitó a una clase de prueba, me enamoré del deporte y ya no lo dejé. Para mí representar a mi país en combate es algo que me llena de orgullo, algo muy importante. Mi estilo de pelea es arriba, me encanta el striking, me encanta boxear. ¡Alitzel! Peleo porque creo que es una sensación única, algo muy emocionante, te llena de energía. Es algo muy padre. Me preparé muy duro para esta pelea, estoy lista para ti y vamos a dar un gran show.
Alitzel Mariscal, the last time we saw her in action, it was in April of 2021. It was a defeat against Mariah Miller by way of decision. But this is a lady that has called La Jaula home her entire professional career. Started off competing in taekwondo, basketball, volleyball, and soccer. Alex, she's returning back to action after a one-year layoff after that injury. Her mind, her body, I mean, she's a different fighter we're going to see inside La Jaula.
Yeah, and she's probably even used that time off to improve her mental and physical game. And I love watching her fight. I mean, Mariscal, she is like the human personification of a tornado in there.
As we go now and learn a little bit about her opponent, Shannon Goughary.
I have a son that is 12 years old. He trains jiu-jitsu. You know, he likes to come watch me fight. He's gonna stay up late and make sure he gets to watch it. My fighting style is very unorthodox style of striking. I like to throw a lot of kicks. If the fight were to go to the ground, I have a lot of experience in jiu-jitsu and I'm very comfortable on the ground as well as on standing. My favorite move is kicking people in the face. I've had just fight after fight get canceled, so I started training like I was in fight camp. I was like, I don't know when, I don't know who I'm fighting, but I'm gonna fight. So I'm ready to come in and put on a good show.
Shannon Goughary making her way to La Jaula. As you see right next to her is the Copa Combate trophy, the biggest one in sports. Shannon making her way for the first time, making her way to La Jaula. She's been wanting to fight, but the fights kept dropping. And now she gets her opportunity representing Nashville, Tennessee. This young lady, Alex, comes in. Big phone call, big opportunity for her under the lights of Combate Global.
And her big advantage is with her experience. She's got a lot more cage time than her opponent, and she's unorthodox, so she can hit you with those kicks to the face she talks about from anywhere and at any time.
It's been 7 months since she saw some action inside the cage or jaula. And now, well, it's that time for her. She says she's been keeping busy no matter what. She was always fight ready. We'll get to see her preparation inside La Jaula as you get to see the head-to-head, frente a frente. 23 years old for Mariscal compared to the 24. It's a 1 year difference there. 5 to 5'2", 114.6 to 115.8. As we go to Lupe Contreras for the official introduction.
Este es el duelo coestelar de esta noche. 3 vueltas, división peso paja. This is our co-featured bout of the evening. 3 rounds in the strawweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Byron Sellers, Dorian Mirasola y Ricardo Celis. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando la esquina azul, presenting the blue corner, vestida de negro, wearing black, su peso oficial, 114 libras y media, her official weight, 114.5 pounds. En su quinto combate dentro de la jaula, con 2 victorias y 2 derrotas. She enters la jaula for the 5th time as a professional, with 2 victories against 2 losses. De Zapopan, Jalisco, México, Alitzel Mariscal. Su contraria en la esquina roja, vestida de rojo, her opponent in the red corner, wearing red. Su peso oficial, 115 libras y 3 cuartos. Her official weight, 115.75 pounds. En 12 combates, mantiene un récord de 5 victorias y 7 derrotas. In 12 pro bouts, she maintains a record of 5 victories against 7 losses. Fighting out of Nashville, Tennessee, Shannon Goughary. El referee internacional, Raúl Porrata.
Al centro. To the center. Come this way. Obedezca mis órdenes y protesta en todos momentos. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, toquen guantes, back to your corners.
You know, right before a fight, Alex, you can tell in a person's look, the intensity. And Alitzel is all about that as Shannon Goughary goes at it. As the international referee, Raúl Porrata gets this one started. Ali, Shannon going at it. Oh, right from the start, Ali throwing it overhand right.
That's big. It's the cage, but wow, that overhand right that she landed, it sends the message in the opening seconds of this fight. I told you, she fights like a human tornado.
Ooh, Campbell, Ali was just, she was ready, itching, just waiting to heal up and get back into action.
She came in cocked, boom.
And looks in great shape, good physique, ready to go for action. Inside La Jaula. He says, I've been getting ready. I was just counting down. Shannon, however, flipping it. Her opponent on bringing her to the ground. She's had much success on the ground. Shannon said she's been fight ready. She's been wanting to compete since December, since her last fight. She finally got the call, and here she is in La Jaula. Huge opportunity for her.
Yeah, couldn't do anything with it, though, unfortunately for her. But you could see Goughry's experience, that she knew exactly what to do with that takedown attempt and able to reverse it. But Mariscal is not giving anything here. She is absolutely relentless how she's going right back for it.
Mariscal once again, seems like she wants to take this fight right in the center of La Jaula, Campbell, where she's had much success with those hands and the striking. Shannon pinning her opponent in La Jaula.
And I know you're setting me up, Rodolfo, to say something, but I'm
You're
trying
not yet. More action here, the knee action from Shannon. Continuously.
Got her in that plum clinch.
Yeah, the opportunities there. Oh, elbow action from Ali.
And Goughry's smiling. She didn't mind taking that hit to the face. And there's that, you talk about Rodolfo, the unorthodox side kick that she threw there, and that was a nice left hand that she landed as well. That's really something that Goughary brings to the table, is you don't really know where or from what angle she's going to strike from. I think that's a big thing for Mariscal, who throws a nice right hand of her own. It's a hard thing to prepare for when you don't know where those strikes are going to come from.
You know, one thing here they're just pointing out, Alex, is that her hands, now Shannon's hands are down instead of up. Could it be that she's tired already?
Oh, you would hope not, because that's a really, really bad sign when you have more than 2.5 rounds to go. But it could be.
Great stuff so far. And Campbell, are you impressed so far with Ali after her return? The last time we saw her in April here inside La Jaula.
Yeah, I think this opponent is about countering her rather than doing something. I want to see what Ali does.
She got a heavy shot from Shannon. Ali could be in trouble, but she composed herself and came right back.
Goughry's not kidding around. Like, she really came to fight here, and now you see those kicks, and that hurt her. You saw the way that she reacted, Ali, to that body kick. She goes right back to it, to the liver. This is smart. Go for it. When you see the chum in the water, you go for it.
Shannon talked about those kicks, and she's been landing those awkward kicks, landing them from different angles continuously.
You saw 3 of them there.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's persistent with it.
Where's my liver kick? Give me another one.
That's
My
calling
liver
for the
kick.
liver kick.
You know, we don't. Liver kick's a big part of our sport. People don't talk about it. We saw a strong liver punch a couple fights ago.
Somewhere Bas Rutten is smiling watching this.
About to tell you.
You know, there used to be a newsletter or a blog called Liver Kick. Maybe it's still around.
I think they still send me emails, that newsletter.
Well, I can tell you from experience, gentlemen, it's not fun being hit in this.
No, actually, it can shut down your entire system.
Yes, it was not a pretty scene. As we go total here, Shannon now banking on that overhand.
And Mariscal needs to circle away, and she needs to protect that side of her body, because she takes a couple more of those liver kicks. Each one is going to be harder to come back from. And it's also, Rodolfo, it's changing her entire approach. She's been less aggressive since she started eating those kicks, because she doesn't want to leave herself open, because it hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
Mariscal setting it up very vicious with those combination hand. It seems like she's just setting it up with the hand combination followed through by those kicks that she likes to do. Again, her favorite technique, she says, I like to kick people in the face.
Or the liver.
Or the liver.
Or the liver.
Ali, though, being composed. Back and forth shots from both these women. 10, less than 10 seconds to go. Straight shots for both these women. Shannon trying to go for the ending, but no, we're going to have to wait to the second chapter of this fight. We saw the hard-hitting action from both these ladies. Shannon said, I got those awkward kicks. She surely did, Alex.
You know, and I thought Mariscal would be the one who would want a brawl, but Shannon is doing fine in a brawl scenario so far in this fight. She did very well in that first round. I'd be surprised if they're not 10-9s in Goughry's favor across the board, with the big weapon there being the liver kick, the kick to the body that landed time and time and time again. 3 or 4 of those landed pretty flush in this one. Mariscal, that minute between rounds is going to be very valuable for her.
Get ready for more action coming up next right here. Second round, co-main event. Could it be Goughary taking on this first round against Mariscal? We're about to find out. Combate Global with the open scoring. We await those results. And just a few. Ali already landing. Shannon following through, countering the kicks again, working the legs of Mariscal, who's being cornered by a Combate Global veteran. Alejandra Lara. Shannon representing Tennessee. More action. She said, I wanted to try kickboxing, and well, I fell in love with the Oh, she ran into that left hand.
You think Ali's rusty?
I do think she looks a little bit rusty, but you know what? She's finding her sea legs a bit here in this second round, because she's looked a little bit more composed. She's landed a couple of short shots. That sneaky left hand, that counter left hook was really nice that she just landed, but Goughary keeps coming forward, but she's coming forward and eating shots now. This is looking really good, and yeah, you see the open scoring.
Better. I'm liking it.
Yeah, as we expected, Rodolfo, 10-9 across the board for Goughary from that first round.
And Combate Global leading the way when it comes to open scoring. They talk about it in mixed martial arts, about open scoring. We've been doing it. We've been doing it. And again, do the corners stated to their fighters? That's something that they have to determine on their own. But there's no doubt here for the fans. You are allowed to know who is winning so far, just like in any other sport, right? Whether it be soccer, baseball, you know who's winning. You look at the scoreboard all the time. Shannon pinning her opponent, Ali, in La Jaula. And you talk about rust. Ali, she took some time off, heal up, but she said that I started working on some other stuff that I needed to perfect my full rounded game. But Shannon, she has been continuous. She has been consistent with her fighting. And you can see it. She's been itching for that fight. It's been 7 months she saw action, but now Ali has some advantage here on the top. The arm is there, Alex. There could some shots and forearms. The opportunities are all there. Now she got the guard.
That's what I was looking for when she was in that original position, what she could do. Now I wonder what Shannon can do from the bottom, because she already has wrist control, and she's throwing up potentially for an arm bar right here.
And she has some submission victories. Ali's corner telling her to posture up. She surely did. She's on her way to get out of this position unless she wants to continue on landing on some fists. Watch out with those up kicks.
It looks like they're going to stand up again. And so for Mariscal, she started to have more success, as you see it there with that right hand. She's having a lot more success in the striking. And honestly, if I'm Goughary, I'm throwing that liver kick again. She should be. I'm surprised we don't hear her corner yelling for it right now.
The shot is there. There it is. She tried to attempt it. Ali needs to be very hesitant, needs to be very cautious, because that liver shot could come out of nowhere. But when you face a person who just loves to kick, and she's contending, now she's attempted there, spinning back elbow, spinning back fist. With these kicks, you just never know where they're going to land.
And Mariscal, since she started eating liver kicks, I don't think the one just now hurt her as badly as the ones in the first round, but she's not moving normally. She's not moving the way that she was in the first couple minutes of this fight. She's favoring that side of her body, which makes it tougher. How do you get the type of torque in your punches that you need if you can't set yourself? That was a good body punch that Mariscal landed, though. She needs to do more of that.
Mariscal, training out of the Mad Dogs team. Her boyfriend, Periquito Madrigal, was fought here in Combate Global. And also Rafael Espino. She's an all-around athlete. The background in Taekwondo, basketball, volleyball, and soccer. When you put all those things together, it benefits you as a fighter with a cardio and coordination, foot coordination. On the contrary to Shannon, making a debut here, who has a degree in psychology. I asked her about that, actually. I was like, how do you put that into play in a fight game? And she says, you know, I took some time to think about how I do this. And she did develop a method on how to use ring or cage psychology.
This second round is going to be a lot tougher to score. I think you can make an argument for Mariscal, but it's been close to even. I don't always watch fights and call fights and consciously score them, but I don't envy the judges after this second round.
And Campbell, you got to give it to Shannon. She's been persistent, trying to land some shots. As we go here towards the end of this round, we go to the last chapter of this fight. Mariscal and Goughary coming up next. There it is. We're now headed to the last round. Mariscal and Shannon Goughary. As we take a look at the highlights of that second round, Alex, right from the start, it was a toe-to-toe trading of blows.
Yeah, I think El Jefe hit it on the head, that there was definitely more rust in the first round for Mariscal. She looked a lot more comfortable swinging there in the second round, but it was a good round for Shannon Goughary as well. You know, she did attempt a couple of takedowns, but Mariscal was the one on top, and she attempted a couple submissions. Mariscal was the one who landed the takedown, so that goes in her favor.
As we get ready now for the last round of this female bout. Here we go, last round.
Ready?
Shannon Goughary of the United States taking on Ali Mariscal of Mexico. 5 minutes left in this co-main event. Women's bout. Ali, top ranked fighter, fighting in a different weight class for this one. And we talk about that ring rust, but it seems that she's been picking up the pace. Campbell, you've seen some of that changes here with Ali as we go through this fight.
Are you trying to sell this fight to me, Rodolfo?
It seems you're not impressed so far, what you've seen. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I don't think the coffee helped.
Maybe I need more. Come on, this isn't a high-level fight. I'm sorry, it's just not a high-level fight. Shannon's game She's doing what she does. She got in a couple good liver kicks. Again, I think, unorthodox is also another way to say weird. Ali, I don't know.
I want to see that scorecard for that second round. I think we're
there
going to
it
get
is.
it here.
Speaking of the devil.
And it's split, so one of the judges does have Shannon on top. The other two have it dead even. I think it's even. I think the second round was a lot harder to score than the first, though.
Yeah, that's true. Neither won. That's how I look at them. They both lost that round.
I just heard the corner of Mariscal say, "This is your moment."
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
but no,
yes.
but yes, that is your chance to.
Yeah,
you gotta go.
This is your
you
3 rounds of moments, Ali. I love you, kiddo. Come on, show us something here.
You gotta pull the trigger. This is your shot. You're in the co-main event, and you gotta deliver.
You know who Dan Severn is?
Of course.
That's who Shannon's reminding me of.
Has over 100 fights. Did you know that guy? Over 100 fights.
That's a lot of fights for one man.
I think he took a fight back in the 60s.
You know, I had to convince his wife he wasn't going to get killed in the UFC. She got on the phone with me and said, "Is my husband going to get killed?" I said, "No, I promise."
Great right hand from Ali, though.
Come on, Ali. Let's see something.
She's just picking and choosing where to strike Shannon.
Shannon just keeps coming forward, doesn't she? She's a real pit bull. I gotta have, she's just not scared. She's coming forward. Look at that. She's just coming forward, coming forward.
Very consistent with the hands, with the kicks. She knew what was at stake here. She knew that she had to bring her A game, and she's showing it here tonight.
And unfortunately, we talk about wanting to see Ali turn it on. I just think it's hard to turn it on when her body's been hurting so badly since the first round. I think that the damage from that first round has lingered throughout halfway into the third round of this fight.
Shannon's a pro. She's too methodical. That's why I compared her to Dan Severn. Come on. She said she was unorthodox. Show us.
Some lifetime, real-time shots right there in front of you.
Yeah, see that her corner now is starting to pick up on Ali's lack of movement.
Yeah, Ali's fading more than Shannon is. Shannon, I like her attitude inside the fight, because the first time that Ali landed a punch in the first round, she started grinning, and she seemed to turn up the aggression after that.
That did not hurt me. It just didn't hurt me.
She kept on pushing the pace, very consistent. Doesn't put it in neutral. She's just has it on drive all the time. Just waiting for that gap, and she strikes.
But again, she's hurt Ali. Ali's not moving much. Ali's tired. She could come and she could finish this fight now.
She could.
Shannon's just moving in very linear.
Yes,
Ali
that's it. It's a straight line.
Right. Ali could just go angles, work that, but I don't know if she needs a GPS to figure that out, but you got less than a minute to go here. Ali is not her night so far from what we've seen. Again, it's not up to us, it's up to the judges to make that decision. Check Superman punch from Shannon. She's gonna keep doing what she's been doing these entire 2 rounds.
I like Shannon's corner. We could use them here in the booth.
They're doing a great job. Everything, they telegraph everything perfectly, her corner.
Great 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then kick combination. Another one. It's just combinations, very persistent, not quitting. Good stuff from Shannon as we go. Just less than 20 seconds to go. Ali coming back from that injury. Shannon, it's her debut. So far, it seems like she's going to take this home. Continuous with those kicks as we go get ready for the break and return with the final decision.
But there's hard in La Jaula.
Well, gentlemen, it seemed like Ali was just trying to find out when she was going to put that foot to the pedal. Alex didn't happen in the third round. It was more Shannon being consistent.
Yeah, it was a very good performance, and Shannon turned it on in the third round. I mean, Goughary got more comfortable. I think she really hurt the body of Ali, and that had a lot to do with why we didn't see the usual Mariscal explosions of offense. Maybe some rust, some fatigue in there as well. And guys, we saw Goughary. She promised she was going to be unorthodox, and we saw that. Her kicks were coming from everywhere.
Yeah, she did what she said she was going to do.
She's a woman of her word, and right now, Ali is ranked number 6 in the atomweight. I'm sure the folks that put the rankings together have to look whether she wins or loses here, what they're going to do with those rankings, because the performance
because that was a
Ali,
mistake.
the performance there from Ali, if she wins, you really got to scratch your head there.
But in a different weight class, should that
That's a
count
different
against
weight
her
class,
at
right?
atomweight?
That's something that the ranking gods have to decide for themselves. That's up to the ranking guys. We don't have that job, guys. That's something that they have to do to the drawing board. But as we await just a few here, Luca Contreras letting us know this final result. Ali's corner, this is your moment. Was it her moment? We'll find out here in just a few. Best for Shannon. She said what she was gonna do, and she did it inside La Jaula. Awkward kicks, continuous combinations. It seemed like she was running out of gas, but it seemed almost like she was playing possum because she was just consistent, non-stop. She picked and chose where she wanted to strike. And now, that's it. The fight's over. It's now just a matter of time until we get that final result from the man in this, right behind Ruo Porrata, the international referee, La Voz, Lupe Contreras. Here we go after 3 rounds, 50 minutes of action. We now await the final result as we go to Lupe Contreras for the official result of Ali and Shannon.
Después de 3 vueltas, el juez Sellers anotó 30-27 after 3 rounds. Judge Sellers scores it 30-27. Y los jueces Mirasola y Celis entregan tarjetas idénticas de 29-28. And judges Mirasola and Celis turn in identical scores of 29-28. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Los tres a favor de la ganadora por decisión unánime. Shannon Goughary!
She said what she did, she was gonna do, and she delivered. She is now victorious inside La Jaula for the first time. Congratulations to Shannon Goughary as she takes a unanimous decision victory in Combate Global.
My name is Enrique Juan Gonzalez, Baby Bull. I come from Laredo, Texas, and I'm 25 years old. My nickname, I got from a professional boxer. They will say that I looked like him when I was younger. I liked it, so I just stuck with it. Practicing MMA, I started around 17, around my teens. My dad was a martial artist himself, so I'm pretty sure he just wanted the best for me, so he didn't want me to get bullied in school or anything like that. He wanted to show me what he knew, so I took that, and from there, I saw that I was good at it. So I just continued with it, you know. Some people, some kids fall out of like sports, but I loved it and I stuck with it. Favorite submissions would be triangles. I love jiu-jitsu, and triangles, they've always been my favorites. Arm triangles or leg triangles, anything like that. And I love to box. I love to box. What makes me different from my opponents is how I train, why I'm doing it for, and I want to show everybody the best I could be. The strongest, the fastest, the smartest, the most intelligent, the most brutal me that you're gonna see in the ring. Why I fight? Because I love it, first of all. My father got me into it, and I want to show him that what he started is gonna make a big difference. I know a lot of people look up to me, family, friends, and I don't want to stop doing what I love for any reason.
City of Miami, Angel Alvarez, number 5 ranked lightweight, taking on the number 1 Enrique Gonzalez, the Baby Bull, coming off that victory of the USA versus Mexico tournament, defeating some game opponents, veteran Jim Allers, Samuel Alvarez, and so many great opponents there as we get ready for a little introduction to Angel Alvarez before he steps inside La Jaula.
Me pasé 18 años en judo y llevo 2 en MMA, es decir, en total son 20 años que llevo de carrera. Siempre me gustó el deporte, quiero salir adelante. Soy la misma persona arriba y fuera, solo que en la jaula tengo un objetivo en ese momento que es de ganarle a mi oponente, y afuera Tengo el mismo objetivo de ganarle a la vida día por día. Lo que pueden esperar de mí en combate es una persona con muchas ganas de salir adelante y muchas ganas de convertirse en la gran estrella de combate. Yo estoy en el ranking número 5, no estoy conforme con ese ranking, por eso quiero buscar estar en el 1 y voy de una a pelear por ese ranking.
The Salsa King says, I'm not really happy about being ranked number 5, so I'm here to do something about it. You can see an amateur champion and a background in Sambo and Judo coming off a disgusting TKO second round victory back in April against Daniel Sanchez backless. But this is his shot, Alex. If he wants to climb up the ladder of the rankings, he's gonna have to do it, but he has to first go through the number 1 rank, baby bull.
And he's ready for this. I mean, those judo programs down in Cuba, they do not play around down there. And he's got a great striking background as well. He's gonna give his opponent all he can handle.
And now, let's meet the number 1 ranked lightweight, Enrique, baby bull Gonzalez.
Yo me veo como un peleador de verdad. Yo crecí haciendo artes marciales y haciendo el boxeo, jiu-jitsu, haciendo todo entre los años que crecí. Mi papá fue el que me empujó más, como él fue mi primer entrenador. Sabiendo que iba a ser bueno, me motivó a mí yo mismo y me encantó. Pues es lo mejor que sé que hacer. Yo nunca ando escogiendo peleas, yo nunca ando diciendo que no. El primer oponente que me manden, siempre voy a decir que sí. Yo siempre estoy listo para pelear y nunca ando buscando por una pelea fácil. Sé que ya de aquí para adelante ya no van a ser fácil. Especialmente ganando un torneo así. Pues, soy el hombre para ganarle ahorita y para eso me aguanto.
The Baby Bull.
Me encanta pelear, me siento más fuerte, más rápido, más enfocado que nunca. Cada vez que me vean en el ring, siempre van a ver un Baby Bull más fuerte, o sea, listo para una pelea, para una guerra.
And there he is, Enrique Baby Bull Gonzalez training at the camp BFS, where a good friend and world champion Juliana Peña trains out of. You know, Campbell, you talked about Baby Bull.
She is a good friend, Rodolfo.
Yes, sir, and she's on deck. She's going to defend that title. But Campbell, you mentioned about Gonzalez being a Baby Bull, but a victory over Angel Alvarez. Do you take that baby out over defeat over Alvarez?
It's a good question, right? He's got enough fights to not be a Baby Bull anymore. El Toro.
I think he's gonna have to be El Toro, no El Torito anymore, if he gets a victory over Angel Alvarez. Again, the number 1 ranked lightweight.
And I like this young man. I like his attitude. I like his work ethic. I like both these guys too. And how I have trouble not rooting for Cubans. That's just the truth.
Here we go, frente a frente, the head-to-head. 27 for Alvarez, 24 for Gonzalez. 5'8", they're even. 78 reach for Alvarez, 68 for Gonzalez, and 105.4 to Alvarez, 155.
Este es el duelo estelar de esta noche, 3 vueltas, división peso ligero. This is the main event, 3 rounds. In the lightweight division, los jueces son, the judges are Mark Streisand, Byron Sellers y Dorian Mirasola. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando la esquina azul, vestido de azul con blanco, presenting the blue corner, wearing blue with white, detuvo la báscula a un peso oficial de 155 libras y media. He tipped the scales at an official 155.5 pounds. Esta noche, dentro de la jaula de combate global, pone en juego su récord invicto de 5 victorias. Tonight, inside of la jaula, he puts his undefeated record on the line, consisting of 5 victories. De sangre cubana, and repping the MIA, Miami, Florida, el Salsa King, Ángel Alvarez. En la esquina roja, vestido de blanco con rojo y azul, Introducing the red corner, wearing white with red and blue, su peso oficial. 155 libras is official weight, 155 pounds. En 16 combates, mantiene un récord de 12 victorias y 4 derrotas. In 16 pro bouts, he maintains a record of 12 victories against 4 losses. El ganador del torneo ligero de Combate Global, the winner of the Combate Global Lightweight Tournament de Laredo, Texas, and fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, the Baby Bull, Enrique Gonzalez. El referee, Josh Rutgers.
Judges ready. Judges ready. Judges ready. Bring it in, gentlemen. All right, you already been given the rules in the locker room. If there's any questions, ask them now. Other than that, protect yourself at all times. Listen to me at all times. Do everything you can within the rules to win. Most importantly, best of luck. God bless. Touch them up. Back to the corner. Wait for the bell.
Josh Rutgers, the final instructions as we get ready for our main event. Enrique Baby Bull Gonzalez, the Salsa King, Angel Alvarez, number 1 versus number 5. Here we go. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. Main event of this amazing fight card so far. We've seen some unexpected, surprising KOs, non-stop hitting action to top it off with this great combat. And right from the start, you can see the respect of both these guys, Alex.
Studying this fight, preparing for this fight, it feels like a coin flip to me. And they look like mirror images of one another already with the way that Salsa King fights to the southpaw. And he hit him with a nice short right hand there, took him off his feet for a second. This is going to be a really good fight.
He's got like 2 tanks just going at it, Campbell. Strong dudes, persistent. Oh!
Nice
Fight
combo.
smart. You can steal right from the bat there. Angel Alvarez just confident, the feint. Enrique Gonzalez just, oh!
All right, that's twice. I don't know if he's slipping. I don't think he's knocked down.
No, yeah, you can see it from that angle. But yep, he did get him on one knee twice already. Alvarez though coming in with great heavy hands. Gonzalez, he has great wrestling, so. But on the contrary, Alvarez does have some great takedown defense.
Sanford MMA has done wonders for Alvarez. He's looked so good since training there, and now you can see Baby Bull trying to take control back of this fight. I agree with Campbell. I wouldn't call those knockdowns. He was getting tagged. It was more of a balance thing. It looked very good for Salsa King to land those, though.
El Rey de la Salsa goes down to either Hector Lavoe or Mark Anthony.
I'm actually
Huh?
I'm actually
the Salsa King of MMA.
I like chips and salsa.
Yeah, I was going to say, but it's a different salsa.
Great right hand there from Gonzalez. You can see here the much respect that they know what both men are capable of doing, and they're playing it safe. Great footwork there from Gonzalez. Different opponent from Gonzalez the last time. Ooh, poking the eye.
Time.
That hurts.
Yeah, he was just hanging that kick out there. I mean, it wasn't an effective kick. That could have gone badly.
Josh Rutgers checking on Alvarez to see if he's all right. He says, yep, let's go.
Be careful. Be careful. Ready?
There's a scratch there. You can see that. Yeah. Much respect there to continue on. Gonzalez is testing it out. Depending on that right hand, those inside kicks. Coming in, body shot. Fast pace from both these guys. Really, really hard hand. I mean, both these guys just got knocked out.
Yeah, Alvarez especially, his punches are really popping so far. We did see one land from Baby Bull that was formidable, but Alvarez looks like a tank. I've never seen him look this fortified before.
He looks great. I love how he's got that right hand. He's almost as if he's going to grab Baby Bull's wrist and pop him with the left.
Yeah, switching stances too. Throwing off Gonzalez to coming in. Working on the side. Very patient, persistent. Gonzalez found out his kick there. Didn't hit him. Gonzalez using lots of the feint. Switching as well.
Yeah, but he hasn't figured this out yet.
Nope. Lots of feinting from Gonzalez. Angel, though, not fazed by it. Still very cool, calm, and collected.
Oh, Angel didn't read the rankings, by the way. He's like, what rankings?
He's standing at that. I'm here to prove a point. And he surely is.
And the other thing he's doing is he's completely controlling the center of the cage. I mean, he's really been the one walking Gonzalez down so far.
Jaula psychology is very important in the fight game. Angel seems to be the one who's holding the hand to the wheel.
Todd.
That was incidental, but it was an unfortunate incident.
Silencio, por favor. No coaching.
Kick to the boys down there. That hurts. Ooh, right to it, too. Even Gonzalez.
He felt bad.
Even Gonzalez realized
that baby bullet's not his style. He didn't go for the eye poke.
Be careful. I know it was an accident, but be careful.
It happens. He tried to go for that inside kick, and that Angel just kind of just throwing a shot, and he ran into it. But nonetheless, let bygones be bygones. Minute left in this first round. Gonzalez and Alvarez, so far, two good fighters going at it here. Great switch there for the footwork. As he quicks, and he's been doing constantly that, Alex, trying to take Angel off guard.
Yeah, and it's important because I think he's not going to win this fight straight up by power. He's got to win it with footwork. He's got to throw some more leg kicks, I believe. And he may even want to take it down to the ground if he can with the way that this is going so far. You know, unless the momentum changes, if he lands something heavy, it's hard to imagine him winning a striking contest at this moment.
But Angel, I mean, he reads it right from a mile away when he attempts that takedown. He's so good at it. As soon as he just sees any flinch, he just quickly moves right back with a good footwork. Even Angel not trying his own game professionally, but we are going to now finish off this first round of more action in the main event coming up soon. Well, as expected, Angel Alvarez and Enrique Gonzalez, two game fighters. I mean, you saw that from the start. They respect each other. They know what they're capable of doing.
Alvarez, stylistically, like a young Jose Aldo with the way, the power and the build coming forward, walking him down, landing a lot of those strikes. That was just a masterful performance. Ate a couple of unintentional fouls. You saw the eye poke there, the low blow there. Oh, not fun to eat stuff like that, but I thought that was Alvarez's round.
Gonzalez getting those final tips before heading on to the second round. As we go ready.
Check yourself! Fighters up! Let's go!
Second round, main event, Combate Global from Miami, Florida. Angel Alvarez, Gonzalez.
Alvarez won that last round. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's close. Yeah.
Gonzalez with the red, white, and blue shorts. Alvarez, the blue and white. Kick there from Gonzalez to kick off this second chapter.
I don't know if that's what's going to get you back into it. That was way too telegraphed, that kick.
You can't figure Alvarez out.
Right. And Gonzalez went right in there, very linear combination. He got met with a couple of flurry of punches, but you're right. Gonzalez hasn't figured his puzzle out yet.
That's better. I don't know if he's going to finish this takedown, but the way he changed levels there was good. Already I can tell Gonzalez wants to regain control. And okay, I'm a little bit surprised that one of those scores went the other way.
Okay. There it is, the open scoring as you're watching it on your screen. This could be a nail biter. We were going already started in this first round. Gonzalez searching for a takedown, and he sees he's been searching and searching. He threw in the hook, a great bait, but he just can't grab it.
This could be effective even if he doesn't take him to the mat. He's wearing it down, and he's not eating punches when he's in this position. How long will the referee let him hold it, though, is the question.
Alvarez, such great defense. He does have that judo background, a sambo background, all of that comes into play when you're taking on it. Great land shots there, the elbows, as you look at the stats, 37 punches landed or thrown by Alvarez compared to Gonzalez's 12. And seeing real lifetime action numbers, the kicks more from Gonzalez, the striking more effective in Alvarez's side.
I think the kicks can make a difference. You know, he's using the other leg, so he's not aiming for the liver like we saw earlier in this card, but he can still be effective with that.
Yeah, Gonzalez is using those kicks more than the internet. We saw that incidental kick, of course, but it seems that that's seems to be trying to break down Alvarez. We see more action from Alvarez, just positioning himself.
Alvarez owns the center of the jaula.
He really has the hand on the wheel. He's controlling the fight in the middle of the jaula. He's right about that. They're very strategical. Alvarez just looking, searching. Again, Gonzalez with that footwork, the feint, but that is not phasing. And once again, it seemed that there was a poke in the eye. Now the other eye, actually. He got hit in the right in the first round, and it's the 1 point deduction, gentlemen.
Wow.
1 point deduction.
That's not going to be good for Gonzalez.
That could be a huge difference.
I guess that's what happens when you hit all the balls.
Wow.
That cancels out that rogue scorecard that he got in that first round as well, by the way. He was given the 10-9 by one of the judges. This is not going to help that out.
Gonzalez right now
Listen, bro,
headed into deep waters after that deduction of that point.
So he knows, he's got to know now he needs to finish this fight. I think that that's abundantly clear now for him.
Gonzalez, a sense of frustration. He said he didn't know. Let's look at the replay here. And then, yeah, right there, he positioned himself. He didn't. It's more like if you ran into it, though.
Yeah, that was.
Not like if he didn't intend.
He hit his face. Right. He hit his fist with his eye.
Now Alvarez just coming in like a bat out of hell. Again, Gonzalez.
Yeah, no, he's winning. He's got the second
like that elbow.
edge.
That was nice. That
Baby
spinning
Bull's
elbow.
got to really dig deep here. He's got to dig. He's got to find his place. Fight bad. Do something.
Gonzalez knows that right now he's up against the wall.
Yep.
He needs to be smart. Right now he has to finish this fight. He cannot leave this to the judges. He had that 1 point deduction.
No, on the scorecards he's going to.
Alvarez, very composed, cool. Trying to prove a point. He said, you guys ranked me number 5. Let me prove you wrong.
And if he does win this fight, Alvarez, how high does he go? How many people does he leapfrog after beating the #1 guy? I think that's a big question. You know, a little early to ask it right now, but it's something to think about.
That's something the ranking gods are right now questioning and debating inside the war room.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's that judo background.
It's more like ranking trolls. I'm pissed at the rankings. I'm unhappy with the rankings because of the fight we saw with the girls.
Gonzalez throwing in that lower right hand. More action. Alvarez, he knows the opponent that he has in Gonzalez. He knows he has to be cautious. Holy cow!
I can't believe it!
Holy cow!
I love being wrong. I so love being wrong.
Wow!
Yeah.
This is why I'm #1! And I just proved it to you with an overhand right that took Alvarez straight down the canvas.
He had to do that, dude. If he didn't do something like that.
Wow!
Bravo.
And is he limping? I think he's limping. I think he's even limping, but let's take a look at this, Alex.
I mean, unbelievable to snatch victory from the jaws and defeat that right hand right on the button. He was halfway unconscious before he even hit the ground. That was fight-ending power at its finest. What a win there for Gonzalez.
#1 ranked for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that shot wasn't even necessary. He was already sleeping by that time. He was already.
The ref couldn't get in there. He was on his way.
I think he counted to 1 or 2 sheep. He was gone by that point, but impressive victory by Gonzalez. Look at this referee cam angle, taking it right into the action. Baby Bull Gonzalez.
Wow.
He knew that deduction taken away, but he's slipping. He fought there, injured. Wow.
He earned it.
As we go for a break and come back with more action inside La Jaula. Wow. Amazing main event ending. KO from the baby. We have to remove that baby part already. This guy's a total, man. This guy's a bull. Finishing off a former undefeated fighter in Angel Alvarez. A wounded but victorious fighter in Enrique
Wounded
Gonzalez.
but victorious.
Wow.
Wonderful phrase, Rodolfo.
Great stuff.
Down on the scorecards.
This is the man I want to take to the trenches. I'll tell you that much, Campbell. Great stuff for this man. Never gave up. He knew he was up against the wall. Enrique Gonzalez continues with this winning momentum, winning off that tournament back in November. Now defeating the undefeated Cuban Angel Alvarez. And now to top off this night, we go to the official result. Lupe Contreras.
Este finaliza con un tiempo oficial de 4 minutos 37 segundos del segundo episodio. This bout comes to its end with an official time of 4 minutes 37 seconds of round number 2. Your winner, by way of KO, el vencedor por knockout, the Baby Bull, Enrique Gonzalez.
Wow, what an impressive victory. This man moves now to 13-4, hanging really high on top of the mountain of the lightweight rankings. A very happy Baby Bull Gonzalez. We'll be back with more Combate Global. I'll go grab. You talk about the great fights. Well, you need to tune in next week, July 15th. Ana Palacios versus Bogan Park. It was supposed to fight earlier this month. Couldn't happen
I'm
due
gonna
to
have to lay
COVID
down for
protocols.
a couple days.
Guys, do
my
not
God.
miss this fight.
Don't miss this.
Park,
I'm
a Korean
nervous
champion.
now.
Palacios, a vicious striker. Trust
Korea,
me,
Mexico.
this is going to be an awesome fight.
This is, there's a lot on the line for this one. And then back on Canal 5, the largest Spanish station in the world. 70% market share. We anticipate millions and millions and millions of folks watching in Mexico.
And Thunder Rosa will be joining us next week on Friday. Former.
I'm going to have to lay down for 3 days. Thunder Rosa in the booth.
A vet of La Jaula, and
Listen,
now
let's give a shout out to Alex. You did a great job. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for helping out.
Alex.
We definitely have you back. Great stuff. You're a very knowledgeable man.
Again, Thunder Rosa next week, but right now, a little recap of what happened earlier this evening. Ruelas and Serra out of Italy, representing also Spain, kicked in victory. Alitzel returning to action against Shannon Goughary. Goughary, she said, I'm gonna come in, kick people in the face. Well, she took the victory by UD. And then the main event, Gonzalez seeing he was pushed to the wall, but he said, I'm stopping this fight with a KO victory. On behalf of Alex Donald, Cameron Blair, and I'm Rodolfo Roman. Till next week, cheers everyone.